Heart disease for years has always been known to be the leading cause of men in the United States and in most Western countries. What wasn't known up until the past 2 decades is that heart disease happens to also be the leading cause of death in women. Now, why was there this discrepancy for years about, well, is it a men's disease or not? What happens primarily, what we see is that heart disease happens to strike women about 7 to 10 years later than men. That was probably the leading cause for it to be considered a man's disease.
Okay.
In addition, we women did something very stupid.
What was that?
And that is that we tried to be like men in bad ways. That if you look at if you look at the risk factors for heart disease, and we could talk about that a little bit if you want. One of them is if your parents or siblings have heart disease, family history. Another one is if you have diabetes. Another one is if you have hypertension. But one of the leading risk factors for heart disease is smoking. And unfortunately, in the early 1900s, into the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, smoking became a big thing. As a matter of fact, you could probably remember the cigarette billboards that were around that had these very long, slender cigarettes with women puffing away. Beautiful women
with
puffing
red
away.
lips and
with
everything
red lips,
else,
just
and
like
red
mine.
nails, making it look good.
Making it look
For
good.
what
And guess
reason?
what? We stupidly followed in men's footsteps and started puffing just like men do. So I personally feel that some of the increased incidence of heart disease goes along with the increased incidence of smoking in women. Now, the good news is that the incidence of smoking has gone down, both in men and women. However, there's a segment of the population that is still really worrisome, that the highest percentage of women new starts smoking. The highest percentage of new starts in smoking is young women, between the ages of probably 13 to 20. It's not young men, it's young women. And it's scary to me.
Yeah.